Hi everybody, thanks for being here for this today. We will start with an opening statement from Coach Moore, and then we will open it up for questions for all three. If you could just make sure to direct your question for whoever you'd like to answer it, but we can go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, just really proud of the way we were, resilient. Been real easy there when you fall down, give up 25 points in the first quarter against a great team like that. It's been real easy to say, oh wow, we're just overwhelmed here, but they just kept their composure, kept their focus, and kept fighting. I think we gave up maybe about 13 points off turnovers in the first quarter and 16 in the first half. And we talked about how we had to take care of the ball and limit mistakes, because when you make a mistake against them, they turn it into buckets. And second half, I think they only got 2 points off turnovers. So that was a big step as well. And then rebounding. Again, I've always said rebound is the most important part of the game. And to out-rebound that team by, 11, 12, whatever it was, pretty impressive. So, but again, can't say enough about both of these young ladies. They worked their butts off all summer, all fall. And, Aziaha had the big game the other night. Saniya had the big game tonight. Really proud of them and glad to see them be rewarded for all their time and work.
We'll go ahead with questions.
Coach, earlier this week, you said that playing UConn would expose some of your weaknesses, but today, what strengths did it expose in this team?
Well, like I said, mostly resiliency, and in the past we might would have hung our heads a little bit when things didn't go well, and today we just kept battling, and so I think that's probably one of the biggest things. And again, it's still got a long way to go, and I knew going into this game it wasn't going to make or break our season, but obviously it's a great win to have on your resume. And it also should breed a lot of confidence. And again, we watched the film. Maybe I'll be able to answer that question a little bit better.
Saniya, you did everything: points, rebounds, assists, blocks, and steals. Kind of curious, what do you think was the biggest reason you had such a huge performance against that level of competition?
A reason? I'm not sure. I just knew I had to show up today for my teammates. Whether it was scoring on the defensive end, giving assists to my teammates, it didn't matter. I just wanted to come in and do whatever I could to contribute to the win.
Saniya, following up on that, for your teammates, last post game, Amy and Aziaha were talking about the players being accountable and being more engaged this year with each other. I mean, is that the direct result you're talking about, showing up for your teammates?
Yeah, holding ourselves accountable is a big thing. This season in the summer, we just worked on team chemistry early, because last year, we were good off the court, but we didn't translate as well onto the court. So this year we made that a prime focus. We hold ourselves accountable, we hold each other accountable, so that's definitely a big part.
Tonight, how much did you feed off the crowd today?
Oh my goodness, the fans were amazing tonight. It felt good. Their energy definitely was a big reason. We came out swinging. Like Coach Moore said, they came out strong, but we didn't hang our heads, and the fans were definitely a big part of that.
Unless you had the early foul trouble, three players had 2 fouls. Yeah. And then you freshmen came in and sort of bridged that gap so that you didn't fall apart. How massive was that? Yeah,
we got a lot of confidence in the freshmen. Today was, your second college game, and you're playing the number 2 team in the country, and you kind of get thrown out there. So we had to at times pick our places and let them get their feet wet in the water a little bit and then get them out. But we're going to need them. It's a long season, and we're going to need more depth than we showed today. And I've got confidence that those freshmen can handle that, especially as they get a little more time on the court.
Coming into that third quarter, I know you guys were down by 2, but then you guys came out really aggressive and tried to attack the paint. Was that a focus to try to attack and be more aggressive and get them in foul trouble early?
No doubt. We felt like these two especially are really explosive off the bounce, and we knew they had picked up some fouls, so we definitely wanted to try to, keep testing them, keep attacking them, create shots for yourself or obviously for your teammates. So again, that was definitely a point of emphasis, and they did a great job with it.
Wes, we talked before about the 4 out, 1 in, and 4 into the post. Can you talk about Mimi and Rivers' game today? It looked like had two of their best performances that I've seen for a while.
Yeah, again, both of them are, they're getting NIL money and Social Security. I mean, both of them are like 26 years old or whatever. So, we need them to be leaders and to step up and play well in games like this. Really, in every game. I don't want this to be the peak of the season. Okay, this is a great win, but this is a starting point. We got a long way to go. But those two have a lot of experience. They played in a lot of big games. And they're talented. We need them to continue to step up and give us balance because, again, these two can't do it by themselves every night. We're going to have some other people step up and take some of the scoring on and things like that. But, yeah, I thought defensively and on the boards, they did a really good job tonight, and we needed that.
Coach, where does this game rank in terms of how loud you've heard around calls?
Yeah, I can do that. If people ask me, well, how does this game compare to this game or that game, I don't really like doing that a lot. But I tell you what, I'm already deaf, and now this didn't help any. So we may be doing sign language for me now. But yeah, it was deafening out there, and no doubt it played a big role in the game. It's hard when you're on the road trying to communicate, and you've got that kind of presence. So thanks to the Wolfpack Nation.
Wes, on that note, obviously none of your players were in Bridgeport. You're kind of the last one standing from that UConn game. Is there? Oh, sorry.
We got one. Maybe the only one. The only one.
And Madison.
Madison. That's
sorry.
right.
Played in that game, I think, is
Right.
more accurate.
Okay.
Is there any measure of satisfaction all these years later of getting to play UConn in front of a non-hostile crowd and winning?
Yeah, no, I mean, again, that game will haunt me forever. I think back to the last possession of regulation, I probably could have done a better job. We might could have won that game and gone to the Final Four. So nothing's ever going to replace that. And this is a new team. And so, this stands alone. I mean, it was a great win against the number 2 team in the country. They got 3 players that are top 15 in the country, according to ESPN. They got a Hall of Fame coach down there on the other end. So again, this is just the satisfaction of winning this game this year is enough.
Aziaha, you guys started I think we were only at 3 and then ran off 11 unanswered in the fourth quarter. You hit a 3. I think both of you actually counted for all the points. Kind of what was the confidence you guys had, or that feeling as you guys began to stretch out a lead that put you guys in full control coming down the stretch?
Just us huddling up even after a foul, just having each other back and motivating each other and stuff like that and getting the job done.
Aziaha and Saniya, what was it like for you guys? Coach talked about the freshmen, see them go out there and do what they did, especially Zoe didn't seem like she was scared at all. She was jumping up and grabbing rebounds and everything. What was it like, to see them go out there and do that?
Just being nice, main focus this week was just telling the freshmen, y'all not freshmen this week. It's time to wake up and get older. This is a game to prepare for, and I feel like they got the job done today, especially Zoe.
To piggyback off that, I feel like they did amazing. Zoe, Mallory, Maddie, they all came in just ready, prepared. Like as I said, we told them last night was your last night being freshman. Today, when you wake up, you're an upperclassman. You have to pretend you've been here before, and they came out. You wouldn't even know they were freshmen tonight. So they did great.
Coach, you talk about this game not being the peak of the season, but how does this help set the tone for the expectations of the type of basketball you want to play?
Yeah, I had confidence coming in this group, and we here at NC State, we got the same goals every year. I mean, we're trying to compete for an ACC championship. We're trying to get to a Final Four, and it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks or says. We've got to believe that, or we're already beat. And so, I have confidence in them, and today only adds to that. It should make them feel like, hey, we can beat anybody in the country. And I told them that going in at shoot around today. I said, I really believe we can beat anybody in the country on this court. And, it's a great home court advantage, fun place, fun venue. And so, again, long way to go, though. We had some big wins last year, and we didn't finish it off. So we got to make sure we're a better team in March than we are right now.
Saniya, you went in the stands and hugged some family members and other members and DJ Barons and everything. What was that moment like for you? How emotional was that for you?
Very, honestly, it was very emotional. I was just talking about this to somebody. Just my family sacrificed so much for me. So just to be able to share that moment with them, you know, them being there live with me in the present moment, just was everything to me. You mentioned DJ. That's my guy. You know, like, that's the male version of me. So he's just really a big brother. He's been that way since I got here, and I appreciate the love so much. So.
Aziaha, what was kind of going through your head just when the team came together at the very end?
At the end, I can't even explain it. It was crazy. It was crazy that we won and stuff like that. I won't say crazy that we won, sorry. But just the moment was crazy, and just I could share that with my teammates, you know, it was beautiful.
It's a question for Wes and Zion. You had the early foul trouble. You started Zoe in the second half, but then she came in like the quietest 18 points. Could you just both speak to that situation?
Yeah, you know, probably should have got her in sooner maybe, but we were holding a lead. And, you know, in the first half, we were digging a hole, and so I gambled and put her in. And then we had Saniya at the score table when she picked up her third foul. You know, I thought we'd gotten away with it and been able to steal a few minutes and get her back out. But, you know, again, part of that's having confidence in Zoe that she could do well. Obviously, we'd rather have, you know, a veteran out there like Aziaha and all that as much as possible. But with us holding the lead, I just, you know, decided, hey, let's keep her out here as long as we can, and then she can play free and doesn't have to worry about picking up another foul. And but yeah, I mean, again, she handled it really well after that. The second half didn't pick up another one, and so again, just having confidence that in the team that we could hold on, and then in her that, you know, she'd be smart when she got back out there and handled it well.
What is it about Zoe that gives her, that's for all of y'all, if you don't mind, just what are the traits, characteristics that lead to such a trust so early?
Zoe, she came in confident, honestly. I'm glad that she came. Oh, wow. No order.
You good.
Sorry. I'm so glad she came because last year I played very heavy, and she just came in and basically slid in my role very good. And now I get to play on the wing some, and I feel like we just feed off of each other very well. I feel like she gels with the team very well. She's so unselfish. She looks for herself, but she also puts her teammates involved, and we love that about her. So.
Yeah, I mean, she's super quick with the ball in her hands, and so she can create her own shot. She can create shots for her teammates. And again, I think confidence, you know, I tell every kid we recruit and freshman, whatever, I just tell them the hardest part is in high school, you were it. You were the best player on the court. And now you come here and there's, you know, 10 or 11 really good players on the court. And you may have to sit some, and then you got to have the confidence to know when I get back in there, I'm going to show coach that I should be out there. And Zoe's got that confidence, that swag, if you want to call it that. And again, we got to have it. I mean, you know, these three veterans can't play 40 minutes, so we got to have that rotation. And when she goes in there, I got a lot of confidence in her.
Take one more from Mitchell. This will be the last one.
Saniya, I was just going to ask you about your performance again. I mean, career high in scoring. I think that's your first college double-double. Was there something that you just felt extra like motivated about, or reason to assert yourself in this sort of challenge?
I was honestly just ready to have another game like Iowa. I felt like that was my breakout game last year. I wanted to come in swinging tonight. Like I mentioned, it wasn't about scoring, just getting my teammates involved, doing whatever I had to do to just help my team and contribute towards the win. I said I wanted to bring the high school Nia back this year, and I feel like I'm back this game. This gave me a lot of confidence. My teammates, the fans, my family, all have all the confidence in the world for me, so just hoping to translate into the rest of the season.
All right, thanks everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.